deactivated and activated my capture card, and it started working. So activating the mic deactivated, even though I didn't ask for it to be deactivated the capture card audio in OBS. Couldn't tell you why. But the game audio sounds really loud. Um, I don't know. Okay. I don't know if it's really hard to tell. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. All right, whatever. We're gonna go with this because it's working. Excuse me. All right. Great times. Okay. All right. Let's start from the beginning. Let's try and start on a positive note here. I do love this little bit at the beginning. When I was planning on doing a release of this game, I was like, oh, I want to make a teaser trailer like badly. I don't know why. That's what I wanted to do. And so I told BGT what my idea was, which was like for the everything to go like wonky and everything, and then he actually like captured that with the actual game, so it was like even cooler. So just gotta, it's pretty loud. I don't know, I find this, I hope it's not too loud, but yeah. So I find I'm pretty lucky because BGT did all the music for this, and he did more than the tracks that you hear right now. There were like a different town track, there was a different palace track, a different GP track. There was a lot of other tracks that he did, that he just was like, nah, I don't like it, I'm gonna redo it again. So let's register. What? Whoops, I'm hitting the wrong button. Haven't played for so long. I haven't played this since late December. Yeah. Late December. All right. It's always a tricky part with like if you want to change Link's gosh, sit down a little bit lower here. If you want to change Link's sprite or not, it's always sort of like, do I want to, do I not? Oh man, I just love every track in this. So this was just basically me like kind of giving the game a little bit of a middle finger with a 50p bag that you don't have to like grind. It's just more of a speed run in joke, to be quite honest. I can't remember if I'm playing with this controller doesn't feel quite right. But like when people play this game, it's funny to watch. I didn't see people play this as much as I had wanted to, but it was funny to see people kind of redo stuff, like from a speed run standpoint, and they'd go in there and do all that kind of stuff. It's always was always fun. Um, Previous to this dialogue used to be overlapping, and when I was playtesting it, Unos was like I find it really hard to track the dialogue, so I had to go back and redo all the dialogue with like spaces to like have it out. But it's really weird the way the dialogue works. Like if you just speed it up a little bit, it's like too fast. So for I should say for two screens. Like if it's for one screen, you can have it as fast as possible and then it just stays there, right? Until you hit the button, which is fine. But if it's two screens and you have the speed, it doesn't, it just goes to the next, it loops, right? So it's like it you can't really speed it up. This is okay controller. That's all right. I've got like two okay controllers and one better one, but it's a little bit stiffer of a D-pad. But it's this is one of the looser D-pads. Guard. The dual protection dialogue is mostly there just to like, if people read the dialogue, they'll understand that there's something more going on than it just being shield, right? Which actually, this is a super OP spell to give at the beginning of the game because it's actually shield and reflect together. That's like another funny thing was when I was making this, a lot of people ended up beating the game without the candle, but like that was never my intention. So this section right here is actually a little bit different from the initial one. The initial one had oh shit. The initial one had it was just a swamp, like a smaller swamp. Ah. Yeah. What? Hey, I hit that guy. What the hell? And like part of my art, like it's a weird situation because I don't want to give, so there's a few things. Like I don't want to give players the candle like instantaneously, but I also don't want to make it that you have to go into a dark cave or go through a dark cave to get the candle. So that only leaves so many places to put it. So one of my ideas was to put it down here, but I was like, nah, I'm like, and I didn't want to, whoops, I didn't want to put it into towns. Yeah. Because I didn't want to have, I really wasn't interested in putting it in towns. I can't remember what my, oh shit. Ah, so bad. I think the reason why is I didn't want to set a precedent. Ooh. Kind of needed a little bit louder. Yeah, that's good. right, let's go. And then, so people ended up beating, a lot of people ended up beating this game without Candle, which is kind of like nice because it showcases that the game wasn't, my intention was not to make it a hard game. So I kind of like the idea that people really did. What? No. Blasted. 3 hits. This spawn is very weird too. If it's really weird. If you put this spawn here, he still ends up coming back way over here. You have to like stick this guy like here in order for him to like appear in this area. But I don't like, if he goes low, you have a tendency to do that as he's shooting it, so it kind of sucked. It's just a timing thing. What? Shit! This used to have bubbles in it, and I died a couple of times, and I was like, nah, I'm like, I saw Unos die here, I saw Sheepdog die here, and then when I was playtesting it, I died here like 2 or 3 times, and I was just like, nah, why do I keep... And sometimes I guess that at the end of the day, that's kind of what you have to do is as you like, I at this point in stage, because I did so much stuff with Winter Solstice, I kind of know where I know usually how enemies are going to roughly react. So I don't really individually play test my rooms as much as I used to, which I used to do a ton with Winter Solstice. Damn. Fuck you. Don't take my beams. And this was just a fun little troll. And he got me. Fucker. I think if you go full to the left, he won't get you. Jesus. Yo, Tom. How's it going? This is... We'll take it. Cancel. Why not? Then we'll go... What's happening? What? That was bad again. Bullshit. Not much. Cool. Man, I'm bad. Okay, I don't want to die, actually. Okay. So my original concept was quite a different game. Okay, is it louder here? Let go. Yeah, baby. Grab that. Why not? And it had other like hacks in it. Do I want to do no? Second here. So yeah, my original idea had like it was like had different ideas. It had like there were like broken. It was like a huge collectathon, and it had like this whole aged Zelda theme, and then it had like other ideas kind of melded into it. And then I realized that the graphics alone with like a few other ideas could easily make up like a more simpler fun game, and obviously not as much work because it's a lot of work to do these. So I kind of took those other ideas out and then just had like a few like basic ideas that made up this game. And like I'm not a fan of working on the whoops, I'm gonna grab that. Might as well. I'm not a real big fan of working on towns. They're very unfun to work on. And this was maybe as much work to work on these towns as it was for Winter Solstice. So that, and this is a much smaller game than Winter Solstice, because you know, you don't know what you're really doing. So when I first did all the towns, I thought, oh, I'll do it like whatever, a certain way, and it'll work. And it was it was complete mayhem. There were like the talking stones were like flying along the ground. The owl was like going back and forth. It was a complete disaster. So I had to redo all of that. Okay, which way what do I want to do? I want to go here for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go here. Woo! Oh shit! Okay. No way, homie. Oh, and Eon tested a really early version of this game. Actually, I should say it was that early because it wasn't that early, but like she was one of the first to test it, let's just say. And I don't know, it did something weird with the graphics. It was like everything was this like night, semi nighttime daytime thing, and it was like, yeah, that's not my intention. It was all messed up. I remember. Okay. What? Those used to be blue. I'll grab this. But yeah, long story short, the game was like kind of all over the place. For color. I don't know why though. It's like, I'm gonna try and do it without game overing. I don't think it's that possible for me because I haven't played for so long. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. And I know Max said he beat the game pretty much without shield and reflect because he didn't think about going to that town. That's kind of funny. One of the other things that's really hard to like, because of how open and how I've changed the overworld, it's really hard to like know where to put dialogue, because if you give dialogue down the road and it's for something that's like at the beginning of the game, but the beginning of the game has a part of the end of the game, like with obviously I'm not really spoiling anything, there's North Palace, but if you give the North Palace dialogue in like a weird place, like in East Hyrule, it has to be very like specific in terms of what it's like discussing and saying. So I found that a little bit hard, like actually moving the dialogue around and like putting it in like the right like trying to find like the right place to put it. And like there's a few like few woo woo woo, I forgot that guy. I changed this enemy so many times. I completely forgot. What was I talking about? What was I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, so I actually have three hints to North Palace. I know people always get mad with with I'm gonna go to the back to the town. Get some life. But there's actually 3 pieces of dialogue. There's Impa, who says finds 7 magic containers in palaces, and then I refer to the Great Palace as a temple or the Great Halls, and so I'm trying not to actually include that, but it's very pedantic. Like, you're not. It's like, yeah, I don't know how much of that is like people are going to be able to like figure out. Then there's the dialogue about riches beyond belief, and then there's the gardens, the reference to the gardens. So there's like a few things trying to like kind of push you back there, but I can honestly see why some people didn't get it. And I definitely was trying to make it not obvious, but I can see why a lot of people didn't like that. Bad, very bad hit there. Oh well. Yeah, this is my not so good controller, because usually I can get those. Okay. Yeah, you can jump into that. Bloody hell. So this right here was there's no, usually there's a statue here. Oh shit. This son of a bitch. Usually there's a statue here. Better turn it down again. Usually there's like a statue here, and I was like, that will be enough for players to like know that there's something going on there. But I was like, that's like, they don't know what I've changed, what I haven't. So then I had a rope. And then after the rope, I changed it, because what would happen is the rope you had to spawn the rope like here, in the editor. So what would happen is you would get knocked back into the other room, so you couldn't actually. It was like the winter solstice with the flame. You would get knocked back into the other room, so you couldn't actually get into this room. I didn't fully test it because I just saw BGT do it, and he kept getting knocked back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I was like, that's not like he was pushing it on the other side because that spawn has never changed, but he was like just kind of showcasing that it's like kind of silly. So I just changed it to a tin suit here. So okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Red IK? Yeah. I think that wasn't a red IK before, that was a blue IK, and I changed it. Yeah. I think. Excuse me. Yeah, this one was funny. I put that up there, and Sheepdog was testing this, not trying to like make fun of Sheepdog, but he was like, that pea bag that I just got, he was like, oh, you need jump to get the pea bag, but you just got the glove, and so all you have to do is just do that and you can get it. But he was like, you need jump to get this. He's like, nice troll. And then he like walks away, and I was like, what? I was like, it's not a troll. Like, what the fuck? God, shit. You can hit that. I like that. I'm a fan of that sprite. Like, have the... Ooh. Okay, I should have just casted it. Whatever. So this is like the head that's usually up there. Some people like they instantly get it, and some people they're just like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, what the fuck is that? Is this a... No, this used to be a red. Damn. You can get through that. Okay. This is another big complaint. Is game lacks in boss fights. But that's just not the story, right? Like the whole point is like the gem is already in. Like it's just not part of the story. And I know a lot of people like wanted like a lot of the people that play tested. I think like out of the I had more people play test this than Winter Solstice, which is kind of crazy. Most of them were like, oh, I was like expecting like a boss rush, or I wanted a boss rush, but it's like that's just not what this game is. So it just doesn't fit the story to me. And a lot of what you do with NES games like this is you are building a story around like the game, like the actual gameplay. Because there isn't a lot to do, like there isn't a lot of options in terms of the dialogue, in terms of like building a story. And so you build it within the world, right? So like the whole point of having no bosses is like part of the story, you know. And you that's like how you convey the story. This was another one that got people a lot is when they got jumped, they came here and then they didn't jump over that, so then they didn't get down stab. Which so a lot of people beat the game without candle, and a lot of people beat the game without down stab. Well, not without down stab, but like didn't beat the game for like played the game without down stab for a really long time. And this is Dark Souls reference. This was hard too. Before, this person was like not first it was like very gray to give the appearance of like a ghost, but it looked really bad, like really bad. And because of the way the towns work, the color palettes are connected to other things, so I think it affected like the I can't remember if it affected the birds, the owl, sorry, or not. So the owl would be gray. It's something. There was something that else, but it also looked bad. So I changed it. Then I had nothing, so there was no outline. It was just, like nothing. The door would open and you something was going on there, but you didn't know what it was, and it would have this dialogue. And then BGT was like, I don't know, like that you got to try some other things, and so I just tried the outline thing, and I feel like that one is like a happy medium between like the like grayscale one that didn't look good and like nothing there, which was kind of like interesting, but kind of was silly. Okay, and now we go to Palace 2. Excuse me. One of the challenges of one of the challenges that one of my initial ideas for this game was, and this goes back to like at the beginning, was I really wanted something that challenged the player's knowledge of the map, because I don't really change anything on the map. I wish I could have done more with these, but there's just not a lot of space in the game. This is, yeah. I'm gonna get that attack. Let's do this. Don't really need this. Oh, I got down stab. My fault. Whatever. Forgot. So used to playing this game different ways, because when you're testing, you're like testing different ways. But actually, you don't need to do that. No, I did have a red I did have a red IK in that same place, but I changed it to an orange. And then another like thing is in this palace, but in a different room that looks like this, there's a red jar here. But I put it in this room. Also because usually you have full magic coming into this room, and you can cast jump because of this bubble. This bubble is something else. It's pretty cool. Like, son of a bitch. My other one that is, if you kill the bubble and then you come back, the bubble respawns, but people don't know that, so it's kind of funny because people die. It's a good troll. It's a good troll. Okay. And then obviously because I had changed that other room in Palace 1, which was one of the things that I had thought about, but I didn't. I like the idea of changing the palace's design a little bit, but not heavily changing it. That the only problem is that most people would turn around and then check all these walls, which is not really like a crazy intention. But I knew that it would be something that would happen. There's another, I don't know why, but there's a skelly that falls from here that doesn't spawn. It's kind of weird. Boom, boom. Okay. Like, depending on how you enter the room, I don't know. Yeah. Because you have glove here, a lot, and I put these down stabbing enemies, I've seen some people die from that. I think most of my trolls in this game are pretty fair. I always miss this key. Okay. Ah, you should block that. What? All right. What? Would like not to die. I like. Okay. I do like this palace. I wish I could have done more with the vines and like with the fauna or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, let's use this. What the? Man, I'm off. Ah, I knew he would start attacking. Bad gameplay. Bad gameplay. Okay. Woo! Should not be jumping around in this room. Okay. Okay. This is definitely a game where I pulled back a lot. I had a lot more harder what enemy placements in this game at initially, um, which I'm really glad. What the hell? See if I can save this. Probably not. Okay. Let's do bad. Not too bad. Okay. Saved it. Okay. Let me grab that one up. I think most people enjoyed this, for the most part. Some people hated a few things about it for sure. Purges G, yeah. How's it going, Vass? What's new, buddy? What you been up to? Oh, shit. Alright. See if I can remember this game. Why not? Actually, no. Actually, no, I'm not going to do this. I was going to get the 1-up. There's a 1-up there in the graveyard, the other tile, but I'm not going to do that. Let's go get Life Spell, though. The only thing, everything is based off of this track. Everything is based off of this track, and this is why I love this right here. And so BGT, this pace of this track kind of does everything else in every kind of moves everything else along. Because the initial tracks that he made were I skipped it. Were a little too slow, so it felt like off pace. This is a hack I made a couple of months ago. I released it. Resurrection of Ganon. But it's like heavily based off of the original game. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm just doing a playthrough, kind of talking about it. I haven't played it since I haven't played it even before I released it. I think I played it in like late December was the last time I playtested it, something like that. I can't remember now. Definitely haven't played it since super early January. And I can cast Life, I think. But yeah, so 2 tracks for the inside and outside. Man, BGT did me a solid here. It's for like all this music. It's freaking crazy. Oh, I love this bat. the bat goes into the house. That's just such a fluke that it does that. Like while I was testing, I was like, oh, I like that. I know some people, they, again, this is like part of the game is like a test of knowledge. If you talk to the guy 3 times, the fourth time, he will say something. But like a lot of people actually love Zelda 2, don't actually know this. Like, and they're sort of like, how am I supposed to fucking know that, right? Oh shit. All right. I think this is the best. I wouldn't say this is necessarily my intended. Like that's what I like about this game. Like you can technically go to you can technically go to P3 or go to P4, which I like. Oh, fuck you. As you can see, I have not played this game in a long time. Yeah, I'm gonna up it. I'm gonna up it. Gotta get that magic up. Before, when I first released this, not released this, sorry, when I first had this, uh, the town that I just went to, which was Firetown, was more meant to be sort of um, like if you go this way, you will get boots. If you go this way, you will get cross, and it kind of sort of told you that. But then I had it was the all-seeing eye. Well, no, not what's that thing called in Ocarina of Time that you get as baby Link? Oh my god, I'm gonna forget. Is it the all-seeing eye? What is that thing? The mirror. The shit. I'm gonna lose it now. Can't think of the name. Fuck. What's the name of that? You get it as the young Link. It's one of the child dungeons, and it's like a fucking thing you can see through. Oh, fuck that hitbox. Damn it. I'm gonna. Anyways, that was the cross, and like everybody was like, "Oh, can it do this? Can it do something new?" But all it was a reskin of the cross. So I turned it back to a cross because it was way too fucking confusing, and it was like, it was just me trying to just put some more like Ocarina of Time references in it and stuff, but. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna go P4. P4 is actually quite hard because I'm using overworld enemies, and I didn't want to make the overworld enemies in East Hyrule too easy. So P4 is actually pretty darn hard. Okay, let's go. Okay. Can cast life, right? Yeah. Might as well. Can easily kill those guys that way. This is always funny. That was, I don't know. Sometimes the cheese in this game cracks me up. Like, it's slow. Yeah, it doesn't look super effective, but it's like, oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna go down here. I think it's a 200. Yeah, it used to be a 500. Used to be a 500. And then, of course, the time you can listen to the whole thing, it's in the maze, and the maze has lag, so it's lagging the music out. Damn it. Man, I love that. I love that. And this used to be a 500 as well, but I turned it to let's get my magic up, might as well. Okay. Hey. I changed that 200 that I just picked up, not the one up, but before that, the 200. I changed it to a red. Change it to a red jar. And I didn't like that. I liked the fact that it was still XP. Man, there's so many like. So many changes that I did. Little things. Okay. And then another actually this is kind of interesting because this sort of fakes people out. There we go. That's the kind of kill I want. Ah, shit. You mother! Woo! Oh, take it. This area right here, this is actually, the way the game is set up, it has 2 maze islands and 2 death mountains. Basically, it just repeats the map, but only uses it for Death Mountain. And then when it's in Maze Island, it only uses it for Maze Island. So this whole P4 is actually Death Mountain connected to make it look like P4 has turned into stone, which I really love this idea. I had this, like I said, this was part of the other game where I had a full Death Mountain used in the Maze Island area to have 2 palaces. But this ended up, I thought this is like really cool because it will allow me to put North Palace in. And crazy enough, the CF's editor actually allows me to put P4 in West Hyrule. Like I didn't actually have the editor actually did the hacking for me. That was like no like specialized hacking from like CF to get P4 into West Hyrule to be North Palace. So I thought that was like really cool. The other thing too is that initially, the way that the Death Mountain works, it's like all these like overworld tiles. So this is actually 2 tiles layered on top of each other, the entrance and the exit. Before the exit would I don't know how to explain it, but if you see where Link is right now, 2 tiles to the right, that mountain tile right here next to on the right, that tile, that was one of the that was the exit, and it would shoot you out of like out of the mountain because it turned into mountain. But I actually like the idea of it just having the 2 tiles, overworld tiles, overlap, so you just come out of the same area. All right, time to focus. This is actually a hard palace. And a little trolley too, for sure. Gotta remember I have upstep. Woo! And life spell. Shit. Yeah, come on, man. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. What? That was bad. Okay. Let's regroup. BS. Give me a red jar here. Oh, I'll take it. I really should have been going for attack. So my next one has to be attack at this point. Okay. Okay. Definitely on the harder side. Do, 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 do. It's a little tricky of a jump there. Can't hit him from there. This was that Octorok used to be right here, and what would happen is when I'm coming back this way, I would like run into him, which I really hate. That's why you always want to be careful with putting enemies near the corner of screens. First of all, I think it's just like really stupid, but on top of that, it may work really well for the room going one way, but it might work horribly going the other way. Knew that was gonna happen. Do 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 do. I don't know why I like this room. I don't know. What? What? The hell? Oh my god. Come on now. Should I go get that one up? Yeah, I'm gonna go grab it. I'm gonna go grab that. That was bad gameplay by me. Come on. Come on. But yeah, I'm gonna go get that really trolly, super trolly one up. Do I get it now, though? This is the question. Sure. Why not? What I love also about this is you get to hear BGT's music. Oh my god! Not paying attention. Paying attention to the music. I'm basically dead. Yeah, basically dead. This is actually supposed to flow a little bit better than what it is right now, but I'm scared to get hit. Woo! Okay, I need... Ah, shoot. This is almost certain death. Sure. I don't think that's going to help me. Nope, can't cast it. This is death right here. This is one of those dinos here too. Woo! What am I doing? I didn't want to face him on the way back. Shit. Oh. Damn it. Yeah, that was bad. Oh well. Gotta have the Minecraft rooms, right? And I messed the Minecraft room up. But yeah, you get to... This is another great thing about having Death Mountain connected together. You get to hear the full track of the battle music by BGT, which I really love. Ooh, shit. What? So one of the reasons why I put all these bats here, you might think, is that you need jump in this next room. Like, it's required pretty much if you're getting the keys. So I put a lot of bats so you could get jars. This is... Oh my god! That was another troll. Because you can get stuck with that guy if you just start breaking the blocks. Okay. What the hell? Oh, saved. Damn, what a guy, what a guy, what a guy. Yeah, this palace is very hard, especially with certain levels, for sure. Okay. What? That's... Dude, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Maybe there's still a little too many trolls in this. Maybe. I don't know. It's nowhere near winter solstice, let's just say. I'll take it. This room right here was so freaking hard before. It had mows. Oh, it was so... It had Octoroks. It had an Octorok here that you had to obviously come strike down on or down stab on with mows flying around, and then another Octorok here. That room was not good. Nope, I'm going for attack. That was a fluke, that last hit. Pure fluke. Let's go with this. Yep. Okay. 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 Shoot! That was really bad gameplay. I'll grab it. What? Shit. God, that was hard. Okay. Now I gotta go to P6. I mean, I guess theoretically getting boots first and coming here later is, I don't want to say it's intended, because I feel like that's not, my intention was to have it more open. Like, that was my intention. Excuse me. But obviously I think the easier route is going to P3. And then coming back here with boots, you can just avoid all of this. But that's okay. I did die. Did I only die once? Can't remember. Fuck. I think I only died once. Let's get the old fill up here. I haven't even cast dash. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Not interested in this. Whoa. Okay. Okay. This area was way too much, and so I took out the fences. I only put one fence in. For some odd reason, my phone is on. I don't really understand. Ow! Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah. Shoot. Okay. Could have used that. That's fine. Boom, 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 boom. Shoot. Three. Woo! Okay. Okay. There's another one. Ah! Wasn't really pushing down there. Okay. So another little, it's not a secret, but I did put a red jar here, but it can be obviously a knight. So. Never see really people do that, so. Okay, red. Ah! Because I wanted to make this palace not as hard, I took out all the wizard robes, and then I feel like this palace ends up feeling very much like a bigger version of Palace 2, just because of the enemy types and like having the skellies drop a lot and stuff like that. Okay. Ah. That was bad. I think I can cast life. Ooh. I don't know. This pallet's just were. Ah, shit. Ooh. Nice. All right. Oh man, it's kind of hard to see where you're supposed to jump. This color. Okay, this is the dash. 1, 2. There's a pit there, just like the original game. Interesting. Okay. Might as well. Oh. Let's do it. What? Oh, that was a fluke. Oh, I'm gonna take that. It's a 5. Okay. I am killing quite a bit of stuff, actually. Whoop. I want to say I should go for attack, but I was thinking about going for attack, but I don't know. Okay. Do I want to go? Yeah, sure. Oh, what the? I think it's only 200, yeah. Let's increase my life here. Okay. Woo! Okay. This mother. Oh my god, I did a short jump. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was so bad. Get out of here. Dude, you got to be kidding me right now. This is room. Bullshit. My timing is off because of that room. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. Back to normal. Okay, this room coming up is one of the hardest rooms. There's a fast way to go through it, but I am definitely not good enough right now to do it fast. There's an actual very fast way to do that room with down stab and bouncing off areas to get to other platforms with the bubbles. It's super nice when you hit it, but bloody hell. Smooth operator. That was so unsmooth. Holy cow. I always go the wrong way. Not fast at that. There is a red jar. Well, it can be two things. I used to have it where I was going to have it even more keys in this palace, and have a key up here. But I decided not to. Bah humbug. Fuck. Okay. This shit. Bullshit. And another thing, if you die, this is hilarious. BGT died here. I didn't see him die here, but he was play testing the game offline. And if you die to one of these enemies in here, you will spawn into the hole, which happened to him. Okay. Just watch for that guy. Okay. Do I want to go get that 50? That 500 is always a pain in the ass to find. Because I... Okay. It's always a pain to find. Even I can't find it anymore. I think it's that one. I don't know. But I give up. It's in there. There it is. Wow. Let's go get that attack. Okay. All right. If you don't have cross, these mows are not fun because you can't see them. Yo. Oh, yeah. I forgot to change it. You know. How do I change this again? I haven't done this for so long. Let's grab the pencil here. Thanks for reminding me. How's it going? It also says blind playthrough. That's always good too. It's not. It's the first. Jeez. Let's just go. Let's just do it that way. Yeah, exactly. Hmm. I'll go get the heart too. Might as well. Just sort of having a little playthrough of it, talking about things, ideas, why I did something a certain way, maybe, or how I might have changed something. Can always change stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'll grab the heart. Might as well. Also trying to beat it without game overing. So I'm not actually using the XP. Whoops. The XP. XP after game over, which keeps. So it's interesting. I don't think I beat this game without game overing ever. When I was playtesting it. I mean, I think I could have pretty easily, but I was always just testing, right? So, yeah, interesting. Just thinking about that right now. Okay, let's get that one up because I'm here. No, you can't hook towns to palaces. Do I want to grab that 500? Potentially with hacking, you might be able to, like hardcore hacking, but to my knowledge, to the way the game works right now, you can't. Because I had that idea of having like an underground passage in a town, and I asked CF, and CF was like, "At the way the game works right now, you can't." What you could do is make something look like a town, um, and but it's really a palace because of the door hack that CF did. So you could make something look like a town, and then there's like an underground passage to it. I should grab that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Yeah, this is a good palace. I love the timing on this head to get this pea bag. I love it. Totally reminds me of Palace 1 from the original game. Where you see that pea bag and it's sort of like when you've never played the game before and then you get to it and it's like feels very awkward, but you like still grab it. Okay, let's do the old. Whoops. Dasharoonie. Okay. All right. Boom, Oh no! Ah! No! Come on! Usually I do it from a little bit further back. This is not usually how it goes. Usually I do it from a little bit further back. That was weird. How the... Oh, what? Did I can't remember if I changed that now. My own traps. Okay, here we go. So these are supposed to be like the traps from Legend of Zelda from the original game. But a lot of people don't, they just think like, what the fuck is that? That's it. Probably could have used that. Dude, bullshit. What? Oh, you got that? Okay. I didn't realize you could kill those for the longest time. I thought about making them that you couldn't kill them, but I was like, it's already trolly enough. Ah, come on. So, and I don't know, that would have to take hacking to actually pull that off. So it's just like another requirement. I usually use dash a lot in this palace. For some unknown reason, I'm not. I don't know. I love reversing this. This is so good. I don't know. Yeah, it is. It is. But when I was doing like my testing, this is sort of like this area with looking at chat. This yeah, let's go 5. This area was sort of where I got to a certain point where I was like, okay, I can start casting it, and that sort of influenced how cheap I wanted it to be. This palace definitely influenced like how expensive I was trying to make it or not make it, and like base it on. It always came back to being like, I want it to be fun. I want people to use dash. So I definitely ended up going on the cheaper range for it. Because I wanted people to have fun with it, if that makes sense. But this definitely influenced like where my casts, like how many casts could I have at what, how many magic jars would I generally have here, and I would generally have 4 or 5 here, and then like how cheap do I have to make it for you to be able to like cast a decent amount. Let's just use it. Why not? Why not? What? Come on now, Dash is screwing me here. Alright, I think I can just run through this room. Nope, can't. Woo! I screen wrapped I didn't kill it. I screen wrapped and killed this one. I don't know if you saw that, but that's what happened there. It happens in the other room too. That's hilarious. It just like makes the noise. It's funny. Oh, you bastard. Okay. Yeah. That's one of the things also I like is that the cast is always live. So whatever your last cast was, you can just keep recasting it, which I did, which I liked. What was I going to do here? Yeah, I get this 500. Might as well. This palace was interesting in terms of like key placement and how I wanted key placement to be put. What the frick? Oh my god. Okay. That's my, what do you call it? Okay, forget it. It's only 50. Always go high here. This was a super troll room that I added at near the end. Even dash doesn't save you in this room. Damn. Too much, too much. Damn, these guys. This palace is definitely meant to be a little bit on the harder side. For sure. What? Okay. Sure. Let's go here. Let's go here. What? That was weird. Alright. We're getting there. Now, what I want to do is... Okay. Alright. Take it. Alright. So. When I was doing my playthroughs, I always was like, I'll just, as soon as I beat 5, I'd go to P3 and then realize I didn't have fairy. Is definitely something I did. I didn't do it every time, but I did it a few times for sure. Okay. All right. P3 is pretty short. It is pretty short. Whoa, whoa. Okay, down. All right. I definitely made these graveyards, actually made them even easier, and I was like, yeah, it's too easy. I'm gonna go get the heart. It was too easy, so I kind of made it a little bit harder again, but grab this heart. I definitely found myself more than usual, or more than that's fine. Kind of going on the easier, like I would definitely back off of things if I felt they were too hard. Um, but there's definitely a few places, like I said before, in P4. P4 is depending on when you do P4. P4 is actually very hard. Another good one. I love this palace. I really like. Okay, here we go. Okay. I don't want. Do I need attack 8? Not really. Is it a bit sneaky? Yeah. Yeah, I would say there were two really big hangups. This palace and North Palace. They really got people hung up. Ah, shoot. Sure. Man. So one of the things was, it's really hard to like tell a player, like to visualize to a player something is happening. Or this used to be that you had to cast fairy to get through there, or you had to jump up with the bricks. I liked it, but this palace ended up requiring too much magic. And then also it made players, I felt like it would indicate that players had to go high, and I'm forcing them to go high. And because the next room is the room with the actual like entrance to the rest of the palace, I just felt like it just got too much. Played this about 4 times before I got to. Okay, you guessed. Okay, gotcha. But it's definitely like I put an enemy that's harder to kill than normal, which is the Mew. At attack 7, it takes how many hits, right? And that you would break these. I also took this part out to show that it's like sinking. But I don't know. It's a tough one. Oops. Yeah, it's hard, right? Because it's not me giving dialogue. It's me trying to to put indicators into. Oh shit. Okay. What the? Those are really bad attempts, except for one of them. One of them was good, and it should have worked. Damn it. um. here. But I mean, you can. I probably shouldn't have done that. Whatever. Some people are just not going to get it, and then they're going to really hate it, right? And that's just the reality. You cannot make everyone happy. This is the reality. I learned that. But I think if you have to be careful that you're like not always trolling, not always. You want to give like indicators. You want to do certain things for sure. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. Do. Okay, there is red jar there. Sheet. Okay. But then I realized early that almost all of the encounter screens were in the same place. What do you mean? Shit. Counter screens. Giant. Oh yeah. Like. Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Gotcha. That every like the map spots were in the same spot. There were a few I moved, but most I didn't, and I really tried not. Baby. I really tried not to. I did move the fences. Oh, there's like a magic tile to get this. I can't remember where it was. I used to hit it all the time. And it was like, it's so satisfying. Now I want to find it. That should have been it. Just past it. There you go. It's like just past that. Come on, I'm playing around here because I got so many 1-ups. How many 1-ups do I have? 8. Yeah. The fences, I moved the fences because it was just too much in that area. What else did I move? Come on. I'm just playing bad right now. I'll take it. Nope. I ended up just taking 2 fences out, and I didn't end up putting them anywhere else. I was planning on doing it, but I never ended up doing it. The reason why is when people were playtesting, partly because I didn't want that area to be like a pain in the ass to go through, because yeah, it is basically Palace 3 technically. So I did that. The second thing is that people were not going to Spelltown and then taking the water to Palace 5. They were to Guma's Palace. They were going back around and going through all of the fences. So they were going down through the fences and then they were going back up through the fences instead of going over the water, even though I had dialogue that said that you could go on the water and I had given a little bit of an indicator. People were not doing that. So it was like this huge travel point when people were playtesting, and I really hated that. So I took that out. it was really hard for me to because I wanted to keep things in the same spot. Oh, that was a flute clip. That was a flute clip. Ah. What the hell's this? Get up here. Come on, get out of here. This is sort of stupid. I don't know why I did it. I don't know. Sometimes you do stuff that's just kind of pointless. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get the 1-up now. That's why I remember. It is here. Whoop. Nice. Nice. Okay. We're almost done. Actually, it's taking me a little bit longer than I thought with some explanation and talking. But it's all good. Why did I do that? Dash. Boom, 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 boom. So one of the things about this palace was it used to this palace was a completely different palace. It looked more like a castle, and it was you could get to the top from both ways. But it like just totally was like it wasn't fun, and it really didn't fit. Like, I like the idea of it being like a castle design, but it just wasn't enough rooms to really pull it off the way I wanted to. The other thing that this palace... What? The other thing that this palace had for like a really long time was the... And it was cool, but there was no story for it. I turned the wizard robes into the red wizards mages that are in the towns. So all the townspeople had turned like evil in here, and they were all like the skellies were women with swords, and this guy was the Bagoo. The Doom Knocker was Bagoo's was like the Bagoo thing. So they were all like the townspeople, and they all were like reskinned with the enemies and stuff. It was pretty. Some of them look really good. Yeah, and you have to like, how do you tell that story, and then how do you like pull it off without people like laughing? You know. Okay, let's go this way. Hmm. Oh yeah, that's. I usually cast dash in this room. Really? I usually cast. Yeah. That's why the room felt weird to me. Like almost every time. I'll take it. This is a bit more riskier if you want to cast dash here. Not super. Ooh, got trolled by my own insanity, but I do have 9 lives. All right, fine. Okay. Yeah, I definitely wanted players to, wow, reach 888 if without really grinding, and this kind of I this sort of influenced it a little bit for sure. But the old palace that this used to be, it was a lot harder to get all of the XP because it was like the palace was split, sort of like you could get to it from both ways. Also, this fall didn't have a tell, so that was another thing. Um, and this wall didn't have a tell either. Um, I'm gonna go get that XP. Why not? Okay. Whoop. Oh, I jumped too late. Too goddamn late. Yo, we're up. Oh shit. How's it going? What's new? Okay. I should be casting dash here. I don't know why I'm not. Oh well. I'm doing good. How about you? This is another place I would cast dash. I don't know why I'm not. Okay, I'll get that other XP right here. What? Okay. Fuck. I thought there was a red jar in one of these. I must have missed it. Can't be all bad. The curtains are bridges. Bridge sprites. Ooshka. And these trees are bridge sprites using CF's editor to do dynamic bank, which is then it's flipping to a different bank. So this room is a different bank than this room right here. And basically it's doing switches between the two. These the white trees are, man, I can't remember what they are. they windows? I think they're windows. The flowers are clouds. Obviously the bigger trees are columns. Yeah, that was cool. I really enjoyed doing that. That was, yeah. I wish, I almost feel like it would have suited a bigger palace with more pillars. That would have been like kind of cool too, to have even more. But yeah, I did like that. It was fun doing. All right, here we go. He will wreck me. Ooh, almost a one cycle. Then you can see the bones. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's. I think in terms of design, it's maybe my favorite in terms of design. I do like P4 because it's super simple, but like very subtle. Like it's just all like turned to mountain, like stone. Um, One of my favorites. I can't remember who it was, but somebody was playing this. I can't remember who it was, but they were like, "Yeah, Barbara lives." Pfft, that was a lie, and because they never found Barba in North Palace. I don't know. That just always cracked me up. I was like, "Yeah, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. It's there. You just didn't find them." Because it's basically optional. You don't need all the magic containers. It's optional, right? So, all right, here we go. Yeah, that always cracked me up. I can't remember who it was. Oh, don't mind if I do. I don't know why even go in here just for fun. Excuse me. But yeah, some people definitely weren't super happy with. Okay, so here's the thing. This. Okay, rep. Seeing as you're here, it's great that you're here because this is actually this is funny. So what I had was what I was going to do. This is so bad. I should not. This is such a bad idea. You see the bridge, right? I changed this to a bridge. So this is one of the few places where I did like an actual I moved an actual encounter tile. And what I you know winter solstice like it, you know it. You know how there's the bridge, strange bridge. There is no water, right? So I don't. I was gonna have it like you know how like this water is going through. I can't really point to it, but uh, going left to right, right to left. So it's going east and west, west and east. I was gonna make it that to get to a hidden palace, um, you would have to go across the bridge the through the water and go to this other side that goes you know how like it's a weird part of the map where the water just like ends right here like literally right to the right of me. um I was gonna have there be like a palace hiding in the water there and you had to go over the bridge like the opposite way. Yeah. So I was gonna have it where like a hidden palace was gonna be there. Um, and because CF he can write an actual extra map, I could have done it, but I was like, well, there only needs to be seven palaces, and I already have seven palaces, so what's the point? But I was totally gonna do it. Oh man, I'd already started like planning it all out and everything. But this time, when you go over it, like let's say you go over it from the like, see where the bridge is? If you look at the tile on the left side and it's a water tile, and you look on the right side, it's a water tile. I was gonna have like a tile that was gonna go through there, so it was gonna be like an actual encounter. You didn't go over the bridge. You went like underneath a cave, but you still had to like figuratively find a reverse way to go over it. Yeah, winter solstice all over again. It wasn't gonna be as trolly, but it definitely like I was gonna do it a little bit more intricately than that. Um all right, we're almost done here. Okay. Yeah, it definitely is. It is. It is. And like you might do so much to like really try to convey it, and another and like 10 people get it, and then like that's what happened with my playtesting. Everybody got the candle. 6 7 people got the candle for real. No one did not get the candle. And yet, as soon as I released it, tons of people beat the game without candle. Whoa, that was weird. Yeah, yeah. I can't remember. I think it was Plan said that the River Devil should have been like an actual new boss. I was like, that is such a cool idea, but like, how hard is that? Like, it's so hard to pull that off. Like, how do you put it inject a new boss into it? You know, um, but like the River Devil was like an actual boss encounter. You can actually technically do it, but you can't make a new boss. It would have to be like Guma or something like that. Because you could just put it like a one tile palace tile over top of the River Devil. So like you can technically do it. But under a bridge, yeah, fair enough. Okay. Oh. They say a dark and malicious spirit resides within the Great Temple. So I didn't refer to this as a palace, which was an indicator that there's 7 palaces, because Impa says find one of these in each palace, and you have one magic container, and there's 8 magic containers in the game. So that was like another indicator that you have to find 7 palaces, but it's like very subtle, right? And it's not like, it's tough, right? It's tough. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Um, spell is pretty expensive, but whatever. Woo! Okay. All right. Shit. Shit. This is bad. Okay. Not too bad. can't. Trying to remember. Hell no. That was one of the things that I was planning on doing, but I decided not to. Was what the? It's okay, whatever. Was make the forced encounters in VOD close out at the back. So you basically you couldn't fairy feet them, but I decided against it. It's just not the game. Max, Max. I got so many. Always go back. That was bad on my part. Fuck, every time, these guys. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not going to get any more level ups. Alright. Alright. This probably, I would say, of all the palaces, was the hardest. So initially, I was watching Dig Shake do a rando race, and he played this really interesting seed, really tricky, really fun GP. I really liked it. So I basically took that GP and made it a little bit more like better enemy placement, and not only that, I did this really tricky thing where I kind of hooked it back, so it was a little bit harder and a little bit there. Technically, it was more trolly. That's what it was. But it wasn't fun. Like, it ended up not being fun for anyone. Like, all the playtesters, it was just sort of like, and Sheepdog got stuck in it playtesting it. He was so stuck because there's no indicator. What? So it was sort of unfair. I don't know. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. And one of my original ideas was to have rooms randomized, and I had asked CF if you could like just randomize like GP, and he was like maybe, but it'd be really hard, and I don't know, like you'd have to build like a randomizer within the editor, and it was just a lot. And I was like, okay, so I just took the randomizer idea, and it didn't work out. So then I mirrored it. Yeah. So I mirrored the whole thing and did the randomizer palace. And that was even worse. Yeah, that was even worse. So then I don't need that. I redid the whole palace but in mirrored form. But just like a regular palace, no like gimmicks, no nothing, just a regular palace. And it was, oh, why did I do that there? I meant to do it in the next room. Oh well. And it was just as boring. It was like super boring. Whoa. So now I've made like, how many palaces have I made? How much have I done? And I'm still like frustrated. Like I just don't know. Is this? Yeah, I knew I'd die there. So after I did all that, this palace is pretty darn hard. Actually, the enemy placement and everything is definitely not on the easy side for sure. So then my idea was like, do I make another palace? Do I let's go grab it. Do I make another palace? So I really sat on it because basically I had made like, I don't know, 4 GPs and I was unhappy with all 4 GPs. So I didn't want to keep doing that. And out of the blue, I was just like, you know, I'm really like, he's like, Ganon's like malicious. He's like changing rooms. Like, how do I design that? And how do I indicate that? And that's where the whole idea of like flipping like the L7 room, as they refer to it in Rando. And that's where this idea came up with. So, and then adding the laughs and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what the best way to do showcase. We go like this, actually. Nope. Okay. Damn. Really? That's definitely not good enough. Oh, yeah. This isn't good enough either. This won't be either. This is way harder to achieve. Okay, this might work. Nope. Okay. Okay. Okay, I gotta get rid of one of these mothers. They're just going back in this goddamn corner. Ah, that was close, actually. Can't remember. I think it was Fap. He hit this really fast. I was like, holy shit. Oh. Okay. This is kind of annoying with 2. Nope. That didn't work. Nope. It's a lot harder. With 2 going on, I'm going to kill one of them because it's getting really annoying. Okay, motherfucker. Oh, what? That didn't work. I'm surprised. No, that not enough. Okay. All right. So, I'm gonna grind. I need 1 jar. Then I can do what I'm gonna do. Okay. No red jar. The problem is there's not enough loose rooms. Is that a good way of saying it? There's not enough rooms to be able to do exactly what I wanted. But I was able to do what I wanted. Just in GP, there's some extra rooms. Basically, what I did was I copied those rooms and made duplicates. But there's a certain point I wanted to be able to do like a whole palace. That would have been really cool. But you can't. There's only like, 10 extra rooms or whatever. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. All right. Okay. Kind of want to get through this room before dying. So now, if you notice, there's a blue guy here. Rather than the red. So there's like duplicate rooms up to a certain point. Ah, yo, what the hell? This guy's gonna die. That was cheap. Dude! Bullshit. For real? So on the way here, it was when I came from the right to the one from the right side, it was a red the spicy chicken. Going back the other way, it was a blue. So if you come into this room, see how it doesn't laugh the first time? Because it's the right direction, basically. If you leave this room, back out. So if you get greedy and you go for the red jar and you don't get the red jar, so you leave this room, it flips back to the other rooms that do not connect to the proper L7 room. So basically, you have one shot at the red container. If you... if you leave the room to get the red jar again, greed flips the room on you, and then Ganon starts laughing at you. So the first time you go into that room, it doesn't laugh, because if you just directly go through that room, you'll be fine. Right? And then I changed these rooms around to give you a red jar here. I don't know why I did that. Whatever. But there's a lot of other stuff going on there. I did a lot of stuff. It's not just like one thing. Woo. All right. this spicy chicken is hard to kill. Woo! That was nice. One of the craziest things that I've seen quite a few people do is cast resurrect before they see Ganon. They just get in the room and they just cast it. I don't know why I did jump, because I don't, when I just like fighting him, I'm not a fan of jump. If I, jump is just for fast strats, not, yeah. I'm gonna die, because I casted jump. It's like, I'd just rather fight the guy without. Alright, so the only way to get this to work, the way to get it to go to the end game from not beating Dark Link, CF wrote like a crazy hack to get it to flip over, but it does this crazy thing at the end, which is jarring, but it's the only way to do it. I tried a few things to make it less jarring, but it just always was like this. Obviously, there might be like, if you were to do crazy hacking, maybe you might be able to, but this is good enough, you know? So there's that flicker. I don't like it, but that's just the way it goes. Sometimes that's just the way it is. What I tried to do was make Ganon's room all black, but then it felt really weird having Ganon's room all black to some degree, because it transitions, and then there's the room in the original game where Zelda's there, and that flickers on there if you saw that. So I tried to make that room all black, and it did some weird things as well. So I was just like, I'm not going to keep playing around with this. I tried a few things, it didn't work, so I just left it that way. I mean, it kind of sucks, but it's also like, it works. It does the job at the end of the day. I'm always a fan of this song. These credits, like for a little while, were like my favorite. I think I like the battle music the most, but like this credits, I dig it. Like it just fits really well, I feel. Do 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 do. All right. Oh, it's the game I made with some help, some friends. But yeah, mostly this, outside of the credits, the music, and a few hacks by CF, this hack was mainly done, everything else was done with CF's editor, and YCHR for the graphic editing. So some of these ideas were influenced a lot by Dig Shake and his randomizer, and Dig Shake put a lot of energy, a lot of effort into making the new rando, and I definitely think the experience it gives you a really great race experience if you want that. It gives you a really great vanilla experience if you want that. I think it really now is a more full randomizer that gives you a really great experience, and you can really mold it to what experience you want. I think it was good how it was before, but I think it definitely is. It really has a really cool casual experience to it that for me personally, it didn't have before. Maybe some people it did, but for me, it didn't, and now it does. And he put a ton of work. He put a lot of work into it. And this is just sort of me giving a little nod to that, and kind of pushing people to play it, maybe, or to give it a shot, or to go do it. Um, or maybe they don't know about it and they're like, go play Rando by Dig Shake, so they'll look that up, right? I don't know. But yeah, that was one of the things that I wanted at the end of the game. But yeah, that's it. That was Resurrection of Ganon. There's probably other stuff I could have talked about, like enemy placement and how I changed enemy placement and all that other good stuff. But graphics, graphics were a big thing because the graphics were from a different project basically, which had some of these ideas in it. So, anyways, that was it. Thanks for watching. Everybody have a good day, good morning, good night, wherever you are, and take it easy.